¿Qué pasa, amigo?
All right, I'll cut the shit. I'll cut the act. You know,
What
it
act?
was there was a yeah, well, I am part of the guild, but different than the rest of them. I when I watched you fall from that helicopter, there was a part of me that was happy, especially after the things you had gotten my friends into then, but after hearing you groan for 24 hours, it was impossible to just leave you up there to die. So, I made sure that people on the island took care of you.
I thought the
But
locals did that of their own volition.
no. I went back home while the government started collapsing here, and I stayed there for 7 years. That radiation thing the government sold you on was all false. The thing is, the doctor said that the fact that you even were alive was a
Yeah,
miracle
we
to
should take
begin
it out
with.
on that
The
pickup
fact that
truck.
you're walking is even more impressive. But I will say this. I've been gone for a long time. And I come back, and the first thing that I see is you almost killed Delver, and you burned down our house. But despite that, I think that I am in line to say thank you to you and your crew here for doing what they're doing and taking care of my friends.
I can't believe you were on Warma the whole time. Excuse me, on Sanguine.
Yeah, I watched you fall from that helicopter after
I
Michael's goons dumped you.
I was trying to get on Sanguine for so long, man.
I know.
There was... Do you know who Nexus was? It was Reggie Mice.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking pharmaceutical company. They had been doing research and learned that there was pockets of the island that if some of it was radiated, that there were pockets that weren't, and there was locals there that were very aggressive to anyone that were coming. But when they looked after me, I thought they did it by their own. I didn't know what to attribute that generosity to.
No, Joerger was still in jail, and I had to make an executive decision on whether or not to let you die.
You said that I caused your family, like, brilliance. Can you tell me what that was?
I don't know if you can tell, but Michael is sort of a brother to me.
You
He
are
caused him a lot of issues.
You are Michael's hermano?
Yeah.
This world is so small.
It is. But transgressions are in the past, right?
I gotta
Clearly,
attribute my
it's in
whole
your best
survival to
interest
him
taking care
now.
of my family. But I wanted to level with you and tell you that while I am surprised to see you living somewhat of a normal life,
Normal, sure,
I'm
facing the
glad
death
you are.
penalty.
Well, been there, done that, my friend. We did 60 years in jail for Sanguine. 60.
Michael were those two.
Yeah, he did. And I had a tattoo before I woke up. Somebody must have removed it. You know when you're like the first friend to fall asleep at a sleepover party?
See, and they draw
Somebody,
like a...
somebody must have removed mine, yeah.
Interessante.
But, listen,
The fact is, man, a lot of the problems that happened were unintentional.
I know.
Not
And
to,
that's why I didn't want you to die.
not to
Because I
delve,
don't think that you're not beyond redemption.
not to delve too deep, because it's so long ago. I was trying to do whatever I could in service of Jaeger. But you know, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, as they say.
That is a... Yeah, I've learned that.
Even
But you know what? Jaeger actually liked you. I think he still does.
at the end, the survivor, he told me as much. And to me, that's worth something coming from a man like him. The fact is, I really fuck with some of your family. I really like Endeavor a lot. I like the way you guys moving, what you about, the vibe, you know, the energy. I go a lot for energy is very unique. I'm really unhappy and sad about what happened to the casa, man. Especially because what happened to the house and all of you nearly dying happened because Delver opened his door to help me.
Yeah. Well, it's not the first story you've gone through. I know a little more about your situation than you think.
What exactly do you know?
Eye for an eye, right? That's why you're trying to talk to this friend of yours, because you have survivor's guilt.
If I'm walking here, it's because of him.
I know.
This thing
You know,
Yeah, I just
So
gave you
that
a
orb-
call, man.
no, that orb is terrifying.
Guys, I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
It is more powerful than most of us know. I think the only one who truly knows its ins and outs is Joerger. But if this is the only thing that brings you some sort of solace in, you know, let's be honest, what you probably perceive as this borrowed time of yours on this plane, then who are we to say no to that, right? It's the only thing that can bring you peace.
I'm not sure about peace, but I feel that there are some very profound questions whose answers lie somewhere within that thing that you guys possess. You are right to call it a thing of great power. I also do not think it is an accident, and I am profoundly curious how it ever came in your possessions. You say that Jaeger is the only one who know how to truly operate it or understand it.
Well,
and this makes a lot
we've
of
had
sense.
to move it before.
What do you
and
mean?
we had to move it from where it was. We found it. It's not something we were given. We found it.
Where?
Does it matter?
Call it
Let's
a
just
fault.
say that we've had it for a long time.
Call it a fault of mine. But like I have said, I am very curious, man.
Well,
I did this. Like, how do you hear something like that and not desire to know its origin?
let's just say we had renovations done on a place a long time ago, and in the process of doing so, we found it.
On the old Gilder house.
No, different place, but it was one of our places, yes. Now the thing is that we had to move it because it was compromised, right? Let's just put it that way, right? So people had nefarious intentions with it.
Is that why Lang
We had to
thinks they
move it, and the
betrayed
only
him?
person who could keep it under control long enough to move it was Joerger.
Can you give me a hint, like where it was? This is
We had an old store.
This is fascinating. Where was the store?
Vinewood.
No way. So you are a guilder?
Yep.
I know Delver entered the guild in the very latter days when it was almost disassembled.
Me and Delver entered the guild after Sanguine. We thought we were going to die there, and we made a joke bet with the guild that if we didn't die there, that we would join, and we did.
Give me 1 sec. Yeah, was supposed to go to sleep. He calling me. ¿Qué
Yeah,
pasa?
yeah,
¿Qué
do
pasa? What was-
I'm going to bed right now, but listen, the most important thing, let Winsong know the decorations. Either text me, well, I would say email me their state IDs so I could get it done.
I'll
before
do
I go to
that.
bed.
I'll do that. When they give me
Okay.
the stake IDs, I send them to you.
Okay.
Boss,
And then if I'm not
I'll
around,
be
email-
around
okay.
early tomorrow, okay? I
Same
had some
here,
shit
same
to
here.
take
That's
care
my
of,
plan.
but tomorrow I'll be around early.
Tomorrow I'll be around early. Okay.
Okay.
Good night. Good night. Bye.
I didn't.
But in any case,
But like, this is fascinating, man. So you guys opened up a store somewhere, or you got hired somewhere.
yeah,
And, well, like,
we opened a business.
what was the business?
It's a comic shop.
That is fascinating, man. And what happened? Like, the original proprietor just forgot this thing there?
No, the original
it's not.
proprietor didn't dig 50 meters into the ground.
Where was this comic shop?
Across the street from the Rooster's Rest.
Like on the, like opposite, like the banks, like not on the, not on the bank side?
Directly across from it.
That is crazy, man. That's so random. Why dig that deep?
That is where I'll have to leave you with questions because that is not for me to share. That is a conversation you'd have to have with Jaeger. It was his idea.
Man, this is fascinating. There is such an air of mystery about the guild and the guilders, and it seems as though, at least in the past, that they somehow like caused big effects in my life. You know, the first man to really put me on was Jaeger.
Yep.
I met him randomly one day. And within 24 hours, I'm being tasked with blowing up jets. I'm being given bombs to blow up
And
city
then you
blocks.
went to the cops.
I told him I was gonna do that.
Yeah. I've heard it told a million different ways between Michael, Jaeger, whoever. Everyone has their own opinion on how that unfolded. But yeah, I was there. I remember.
That is insane. And now,
Look,
my
do you want to
friend
know
is-
why I didn't let you die? Do you want the whole truth?
Why not, since we're recalling it?
Because Michael told me that he wanted you dead. He told me he was going to do what he was going to do. And I told him, your business is your own. And then I talked to Jaeger about Michael's plan, and Jaeger said 3 simple words: leave Edgar alone. Right?
Jaeger said
Now, I
that?
told Michael, I told Michael that Jaeger said to leave him
Jaeger,
alone.
wait a minute. Jaeger said leave Edgar alone.
He wanted nothing to do with the outside world when they locked him up. He was over it. We all thought we were going to die on that island. We were ready to be honest. And so as far as he was concerned, when we were behind bars, everything outside of it no longer mattered to him. All those problems that he had, all those issues that he had were no longer issues because he was, in his mind, as good as dead already, right? He was under the impression he was never going to get out of that. He was sentenced to life in prison. Right? And so then I go back to Michael. I say, Michael, Jaeger doesn't approve of the plan. Michael was hell-bent. If you know anything about Michael, you know that once he's made his mind up on something, it doesn't matter who tells him, his brother, his father, doesn't matter. He's made his mind up, he's going to do it. And so he did. And as much as Michael is a brother to me, Jaeger is even more so, and he's also my boss. And so when Jaeger makes a call, even against my best judgment, I have to listen.
Where is Jaeger now? Why he know?
We don't ask,
Why he know?
to be
active?
honest. I think not too dissimilar to the feeling that you have being here, almost like a sense of derealization, right? Like you know you're here, you're going through the motions, but it's always like being a backseat driver in your head. I think coming back to the real world after, again, being ready to die, a war against the government, and coming back and just having to act as, like everyone else. Let's be honest, it's not really Jaeger's style.
Amigo, let me. Well, I was. What you say? 60 years you lock up. I
Yeah.
was sent to perdition. For what,
Purgatory?
for what felt like 600 years.
Yeah.
I heard Jaeger's voice in there.
And Bajorn's.
And Bajorn's. I heard them talking of a man named Lando. I would have never understood that there was this orb, this powerful thing. If it wasn't, and I wonder, why did I hear that? Why did it speak to me? Why did he choose to speak to me? Otherwise, I would have never known we wouldn't have been here today. It was because of that, because it was revealed to me. The question is, I have asked myself, why? Did the orb will it? Does the orb have a mind of his own? Or was it the will of Jaeger? In any
I
case,
would
I'm
assume
just...
the orb.
I'm
Jaeger's
just...
powerful, but he's not that powerful.
Says who?
I've never seen it. I mean, he could be. Again, the orb responds to him more than anyone. Look, I know all about your time in purgatory. Believe me, I have your old notebook.
How did you come to possess it?
Friends in high places, I guess. Or low, however you define it.
Who? Who though? How?
Someone else that was stuck there.
TEA?
Yeah, pretty much my other brother, yeah. Look, what I'm going to say is, despite how much this might be to hear right now, I think we're on the same side. Because I don't like Norman. I don't know how you feel about him, but he's done a lot of wrong, more wrong than anybody else, for me at least. Look, I know it's a lot to handle right now, but look, I just wanted to say I'm glad that you're here, and again, thanks for taking care of my friends. I could talk about this shit for hours, but we got a party in there going on.
Do you know of my friend who is trapped there?
Yeah, how he took your place?
He's not supposed to be there, man.
Well, he came to get you, and mission accomplished, I guess.
Hey,
¿Qué pasa?
am I intruding? Sorry.
See, I'm just having a
All
quick
good.
little one-on-one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, we interrupting? Sorry.
Look, I agree he's not meant to be there. But,
There is no but, man. He's not supposed to be there. He's supposed to be out
Well-
here.
I'm good. Thank you.
how do you plan to get him out?
By any means necessary, man. I'm at this point, I'm close to despair. I don't know what to do anymore. This kid, man, he's not supposed to be there. Norman was putting me up to do something very evil and to hurt the people around me.
That's what he does to everyone.
I
He
chose-
gives you a lot of people that you have no ties to, and then he sends you after the people closest to you. That's his whole thing.
I chose to defy him, to stand against him. I listened to the counsels of TA, who told me to hope for something better, and I did. And he took me to perdition. He took me to this place where I was trapped. And nobody came for me. No one. I did a good thing and I got sent there. I didn't go there because I did something evil. I chose to defy evil and I got sent there. And the only one to come for me was that kid. Half my age, man, giving up his whole life, trying to do something good because I know deep down inside he knew I would do whatever I could to get him out. And now he's there and it's like everyone trying to move on, man, but I can't. The only way I've been able to hear him is from that fucking orb of yours. It first spoke to me, and now I got to hear him. It's not right
Let's get
for
him
him.
back.
It's not right for him to be there. A man is supposed to go to a place like that, according to tradition and history and everything, to all the wise sages after they have died. He didn't die, man. He was snatched away. He was taken. Norman have no claim on him because he never died, man. He was taken. He was abducted in the same way I was. That is why I was so desperate to be by that orb, man, to hear him speak. To let him know to, like, keep heart.
I really, I don't know how you can get him back. But like I said, if that's your only shot in the dark right now, your only way to talk to him, and it sounds like you need it. Or at the least need regular access to it. Look,
Is he offering us access to the orb?
thanks again for what you're doing here. I know that it's because you want the orb, but at the end of the day, I won't stand between you and what you need to do to get your friend back. So,
Can I call upon you?
yeah. Yeah, I'm willing to help. I have my own reasons for jumping into this fray beyond just you and your friend, to be honest.
Can you pass your number?
Yeah, I've had you saved since the first day in the city.
Yo,
Well, first day that you showed your head again, at least. Oh, that's the wrong number. 1 sec. There you go. Unless this is the wrong number now.
No, it's this one. Pass.
Yeah.
You have heard of Norman. Have you heard of these other strange rumors?
Which ones?
The Andes
And have I
Night
heard of
rumors.
Norman? Norman tried to get me to be what TJ was 10 years ago. Which I told him I think I'm sick that day, unfortunately, because I'll tell you something, Edgar. I like Norman's style. Who wouldn't like having a close affiliation with death, right? Keep your friends closer, you know, your enemies closer, right? But at the end of the day, the only winning move with Norman is not to play.
I have my thoughts on Norman now, and they have gone through many different evolutions. But I fear to speak them out loud because the truth is very bitter.
It is. I think you and I both know that there's only one way he gets out of there. Doesn't have to be you, but it has to be somebody.
I reject that.
You know, no. When the air parts, air always moves in to take its place, Edgar.
I reject that. When I went there, I took no one's place.
No, but you had a deal. He didn't.
A deal that he admitted to me that he was never up to fulfill.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I wish you both
You
a
good?
good night, hey? Have a
Hey,
good
thank
one.
you so much for everything again, man. You really
Adios.
outdid yourself.
Adios,
No
people.
problem, man. No problem. Take it easy, man. Take it easy, Edgar.
Hit me with your stick. I
even one. Let me write that down. 07.
Okay.
Let's find a way to get him out of there then. And
Your words are so wonderful, like I'm afraid to even believe them.
no, that's fine. Like I said, I don't want to. I'm not gonna lie to you, Edgar. I'm not just doing this for you and your friend. I have my own reasons.
I want to ask you, amigo. You heard, I was going to say, like, you heard of the other rumors and what you make of them. These Andes Night rumors. That there is a big battle coming. That the day of reckoning is near. And that people
Been
will
through one
start to
before.
have to join, choose sides. All that horse shit. You believe in any of that?
Like I said, I've already lived through one of those, right? What's another one at this point?
Were evil goblins and spirits roaming around on the last one?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. You know, military, cops, government, goblins, ghouls, zombies. What's the difference?
You have told me so much and you have given me so much to ponder on. I'm going to make a French exit, as they say.
Yeah.
If you link her around, can you tell them Edgar has gone away
Yeah.
for tonight? I don't
think
want
it's,
to. I don't want to be around anyone. I need some
No,
time.
I think
to
it's a good idea to sleep on this. But look, just let me know how I can help, you know?
Pass.
Appreciate you, man.
I'll give you a call
And again,
soon.
it's good to see you.
You
Yeah.
as well.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you for saving my life, huh?
There's the doctors.
Oh my god, man. Guys, I can't be around the crew after that. I gotta go do some thinking. Holy Lord, drop! The Roosters had a comic shop across the street. The comic shop across the street is where the orb was found. Lang said they betrayed him. Is that what he means? Is that why he said, no, 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 fuck the faceless orb, steal the guild orb? What? Is that why Lang's like, no, 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 you steal the guild one? Michael Simone, man, always Michael Simone. We can't, I need to have that conversation with Lang tomorrow.
Hola.
You
Hola.
good?
Hola. Hello.
You good?
I'm good, amigo. I'm good. I just had a long talk with Trey. I gotta fuck off and just think about some shit.
Okay, well, they're all enjoying the new house. You want me to do anything? They're texting state IDs.
Okay. Just have them text me the state, text you the state ID and then email them to me.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, listen, maybe you
Alright.
can even give them access to your place. Your place is sick.
Hell no.
Why not, amigo? They're the Guilders, man. The Guilders are fucking the proper
I don't
man.
give a fuck.
He's the Guilders, man. Listen, you don't
I
know
don't
who
give
they.
a fuck.
You don't know who their leader is, man.
I don't. Yeah, I do. You told me.
Who?
I'm standing next to Trey right now.
Trey isn't their leader, man. You don't know who founded them.
No, I know. You told me, brother. You told me. Okay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna fuck off. You won't see me anymore tonight.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Lisa, I appreciate you looking out and doing all the, helping out today.
Yeah, always.
Okay.
Alright,
See you.
I'll see you
Okay, tell
tomorrow.
everyone that I fucked off. I went to the hospital. I'm dead. Okay.
Sure,
I
okay.
see them tomorrow. No, don't say I'm
Alright.
dead. I just say I see them
Okay.
tomorrow. Pass.
All right. Perfect.
Man, that was so good. I'm so glad we get to keep RPing with the fucking guild, man. They're so good. Man, some of the lore drops is crazy, bro. What is the odds, man, that the story starts off with Joerger giving us the bombs and stuff? Like whenever... Do you guys remember when Joerger showed up? And then as soon as he showed up, I forget what his name was. It wasn't Wyatt Turner. Bilbo? What was Iceman's cop character name? It was like Bilbo or something. Bold? Batman? Mike Bayo, that's what it was. Mike Bayo, not Bilbo. Mike Bayo showed up and he's like, who was that? Why were you talking to him? And then we thought, who the fuck? Who was that guy we're talking to? He looks like a fucking Martian. And as soon as we leave the conversation, a cop presses us. And that starts the fucking story, man. Bombs and sanguine and all of that. And then we get stuck in purgatory and we hear Joerger's voice again. And he ends up somehow tied into all of this again. And is the one that said, no, don't kill Edgar.